What's up guys, Galaxy back with another video. Today we're gonna compare the top 5 mid-tier smartphones of Samsung. So let's get right into it. Okay, first of all, hit the subscribe button and comment down below if you have any suggestions or want any recommendations for an upcoming video. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Okay guys, on the first phone on this list is the Samsung Galaxy A50. And the Samsung Galaxy A50 has a very good price of around 3,300 LE Egyptian. That approximates to 150 bucks US. Let's get to the specifications of this phone. Okay, so this phone has a display of 6.4 inches LCD. It's a beautiful display of a resolution of 1080 by 2340, and it has also Gorilla Glass. Okay, so the platform that it uses Android 9.0, and it uses the latest One UI of 1.0, and it also gets the new update of the 2.0 One UI of Samsung. It has an Exynos 6910. That's very good for gaming and PUBG Mobile. It's decent, not the best, but it's decent. It has a memory capacity of 128 gigabytes. You can also find it lower with 46 gigabytes. And it has a RAM of 4 gigabytes expandable storage with up to 512 gigabytes of expandable storage. Dedicated SSD card. We have the main camera, 25 megapixel, and we have 8 megapixel ultra wide camera, and we have an 8 megapixel ultra depth camera. For the selfie wise, we have a 25 megapixel front selfie camera. The battery wise, it has a decent capacity of a battery, 4000 milliamp hour. Definitely gets you to the day with medium usage. Hard usage, you have to charge it like a little bit, like 30% more. And it has also a fast charging capability with a 15-watt charger. That is the normal charging rate, like the normal fast charging rate. Heading over to the Samsung Galaxy A51. The new A51 was released this year, and it was insane. This A51 has a very good specs list. That equates to about $220 US. Has a beautiful 6.5 inch display with a resolution of 1080 by 2400. It has a Gorilla Glass 3, the same Gorilla Glass with all the mid-tier smartphones of Samsung. It has the Android 9.0, upgradable to Android 10, and it has a One UI 1.0, and it upgradable also to... Okay, it has also a 512 gigabyte expandable SD card with 128 gigabytes of UFF storage on the smartphone, and with a 6 gigabyte RAM. This is very useful. 6 gigabytes will get you a lot of applications in the background running automatically. Definitely a better thumbs up than the Samsung Galaxy A50. You will have 84 megapixel wide and 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. You will have 5 megapixel You will have 5 megapixel depth camera, and you will have 5 megapixel micro camera. Now, the difference between the A50 and the A51 is a 5 megapixel depth camera. So close shots of the Samsung Galaxy A51 will get a slightly bit improvement than the Samsung Galaxy A50. 32 megapixel, decent, better than the A50. Under display, fingerprint sensor, and you will have also dual SIM card support. And you will also have a pinch hole display. Now this is interesting. The A50 has a U-hole, and the A51 has a pinch out. For the batteries, it's the same battery. It's the same fast charging speed. 4000 milliamp hour and 15 watt charging capability. Not that impressive. Flipping over to the Samsung Galaxy A7T. Now this, I'm excited for this because I have also a A70. We'll get the Samsung Galaxy A70. It's around 5,000 LE Egyptian. The A70 has a beautiful 6.7 huge and literally huge display. Alright, 6.7, nice big Super AMOLED of Samsung with a resolution of 1080 by 2400, the same as the A51, and it has also the Gorilla Glass 3. The platform of the Samsung Galaxy A70 comes stock 9.0, upgradable to 10, and One UI upgradable to 2.0. Performance-wise, it's actually impressive. It has a Snapdragon 675, very fast in gaming and also in PUBG, high settings. It has a dedicated micro SD card, so you have 3 SIM card places, 2 for the SIM card 1, SIM card 2, and a dedicated SD card slot. That dedicated SD card slot is up to, again, 512 gigabytes of SD card storage. And memory-wise, it has a 128 gigabytes of storage and with 6 gigabytes of RAM. Flipping the phone around, you will have 32 megapixel camera, main camera, and a 8 megapixel wide camera and 5 megapixel depth camera. Those cameras are really beautiful, especially that wide angle camera. 8 megapixel, not a lot, but it will get a very, very wide angle of around 110 degrees field of view. Very nice. And flipping again the phone over, you will have the 32 megapixel main camera of this selfie. Now this selfie is very beautiful also. I'm recording this video on it, so your opinions on that, leave them down below in the comments. It has also a fingerprint scanner on the display. Now the battery. It has a 4,500 milliamp hour battery capacity. This battery is huge. It gets me through the day, and even I can, like at the end of the day, I like have 22% of the battery left, so it's insane battery life. And it has also a fast charging capability, ultra fast, so very fast charging capability of 25 watt charging. So let me get the charger, one second. Okay, this is a charger of the Samsung Galaxy A70. It's kind of like, it's a new form factor. It's a little bit thick. It has USB Type-C, so no USB port. And you get a cable Type-C to Type-C, like that. It has a 25 watt charging speed. So it's definitely a good charger, and it charges really fast, like, trust me, really fast. Okay, next up on this list is the Samsung Galaxy A71. So the Samsung Galaxy A71 has a price of 6,300 LE, approximately to $330 US, a little bit expensive than the A70. You have a slightly bigger display of 6.7 inches display, Gorilla Glass 3, and also the resolution of 1080 by 2400. The same resolution, a little bit bigger display because of the punch-out Android 10.0, and you have also the One UI upgradable to 2. SD card slot. You have a dedicated SD card slot of 512 gigabytes. You have a main UF storage of 128 gigabytes, a 6/8 gigabytes of RAM. So you have two versions, a 6 gigabytes and an 8 gigabytes. You have a 64 megapixel camera, main camera, a lot of megapixels there. And you have a 12 megapixel ultra wide. You have a 5 megapixel micro, and you have a 5 megapixel depth sensor. Flipping the phone again, you have a 32 megapixel main camera of a selfie, beautiful selfie, the same as the A70. Slightly different, not a big, but the huge performance was in the Galaxy A70 and also the upcoming A80. Also fingerprint on the display, dual SIM card support, and 4,500 milliamp hour battery, and with a 25 watt steam charger of the Samsung Galaxy A70. Slight improvements in camera and slight improvements in performance. It has a Snapdragon of 730 and a little bit better in PUBG maybe. Heading over to the last phone, last but not least, the Samsung Galaxy A80. So the Samsung Galaxy A80 has a price of 7,200 LE, approximate to nearly $400. It's a lot for a mid-tier flagship, so I don't recommend it. Anyways, it has also a very nice camera and a very nice feature for the selfie mode you out there. If you're interested in selfies, this phone might be it. It has a display of 6.7 inches, resolution 1080 by 2400, a Gorilla Glass 3, Android 9.0, upgradable to 10.0, and it has also the One UI of 1 and upgradable to 2. It has a Snapdragon of 730, exact same Snapdragon as the Samsung Galaxy A71. It has a dedicated 128 gigabyte. It has a expandable 512 gigabytes SD card, but it's hybrid SIM, so it's not a dedicated SIM card, not as the A71, not as the A70, not as the rest. So you have to choose like 2 SIM cards or 1 SIM card and SD card. But it comes with a 128 gigabyte storage on the phone and with 8 gigabytes of RAM, very good for multitasking. It has no selfie camera, and hear me out on this one. The phone gets out, it rotates the main camera, and it's gonna be a selfie. That's really nice because it has a 84 megapixel camera and an 8 megapixel ultra wide camera. Now with the ultra wide you will get a very ultra wide with selfies. Very nice. The details will be sharp. It has unfortunately no headphone jack, not like the A71 and the A70 and A50 and A51. It has a fingerprint sensor under the display, and it has a slightly smaller battery. Yeah, hear me out on this one. It has a 3700 milliamp hours. It's the smallest battery of all these phones and the expensive phone. So battery wise, I think you're not very impressed with that. And it has also a 25-watt charging, the same as the A70 and A71. Okay guys, so that was it guys for this video. I hope you liked it a lot. Be sure to subscribe for more awesome videos like this one, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.